Welcome back to another episode of Just Talk with Gabe. I'm here, my sidekick is here, and so is our guests, Nick and Nicole Valle. So make sure you grab your snacks, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And don't forget, if you're tuning in on Anchor.fm, leave me a message. You may just be featured in an upcoming show. And check out our listener feedback to see who has already been featured. Welcome to the show. We are glad that you and your mom could join us for an episode of Just Talk with Gabe.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right. So, thank you for being on. I know our listeners want us to get right into it, so let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, since we've been in lockdown, what is the one thing that you've been missing?
I would have to say traveling, like flying to this place, taking a train over here, driving over here. It's the commuting.
Okay. What's the one thing you haven't missed?
Commuting.
So traffic is not your friend, right?
No.
Nobody's friend.
No, nobody's friend.
Yeah.
I think we live in Texas, so our freeway is always packed.
Yeah.
It's just, and then when we went to LA, we were like, it
It's
feels
the
like
same.
home.
It's the same. It's slightly worse.
Yeah.
How did your personal journey in the entertainment industry start?
How did it begin? Okay. Well, I know that spark to perform started when I saw Michael Jackson for the very first time. It was Motown 25 when he did Billie Jean, and I was like, that's what I want to do. This is awesome. This is so cool. And then I just like sang and danced in my room. It was not really anything. And I would fast forward to the 4th grade. There was a flyer that came home for auditions for like the town play. They were doing Willy Wonka.
How cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I wanted to be Willy Wonka, but I was like, I don't know, this is possible. I don't have any experience. I might just end up being Oompa Loompa number 7. I don't know. But I want to give it a try. So my mom said, if you're going to do this, put your all into it. Because I was like, everybody's just singing happy birthday. She's like, no, if you really want to play Willy Wonka, which was my gut reaction, then you have to put a lot of work in. We spent the whole weekend trying the right song. I auditioned, and I got the role. And from there, just doing the rehearsal process and performing, I was like, this is it. This is what I meant to do with my life. I knew at that point, and that was the beginning of the journey.
How was it playing Willy Wonka?
How was it like playing Willy Wonka? Oh, I think out of all the roles I've ever played, there was nothing else like it because he is such a diverse and multi-dimensional character with all these layers. And there's nothing else like it, playing the madman and the nice guy. And it's crazy. I love the role.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now,
Nicole,
Nicole,
one of my favorites.
Yes.
I have a question for you, kind of balancing off of what Nick just said, how he got started. He does, singing, acting, dancing, songwriting, you name it, he does it. It's on his little checklist. What advice would you give to parents to help them balance it all if they have a child like Nick? If they have one of those multi-talented entertainers, what advice would you tell them to balance it?
Pause. I would say it's a lot. Like, it really is. I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy on his end or mine. I mean, as you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
But I would say just be wise. How you spend your money and your time would be, like, have structure. Because there's so much in one day. Like, he'll go from dance classes to a piano lesson to a voice lesson to a guitar lesson to, it's just all over the place, to a play rehearsal. We're everywhere. So
wow.
You really just be in it. Like for Nick, it's all he wants to do. Like and I have one child, so that's a factor too.
That makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to be, misleading here. I have 3 other kids I'm shopping around. But just money and time, because you could, especially like being in New York City, like there's so many people selling things or selling this class or that. Like I think like going to other parents and or other people, like having good guidance. Like, how are you going to spend your time and your money? Not everyone's made of money. You know, like you have to pick and choose how you're gonna do this. And basically, I would say, if you don't know where to start with local community theater, because it really lets you know where your kid's at. They develop, you know, relationships and friendships, and you get to see, like Nick said with Willy Wonka, it was like when I knew, like I knew, he knew, and I knew. So we explored all kinds of community theaters, like all over our area, like where we were. So that was like the foundation, so to say, if that helps anyone, because those are usually relatively inexpensive, and you get a lot of different training, and you know, you could build on that.
Absolutely. That helps a lot, I think. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nick, where do you find your inspiration for your music?
Honestly, all over the place, everywhere. Sometimes I don't even know where it comes from. Most of the time, I don't even know where it comes from. I think of it as like a gift from the universe in a way. I don't know. Maybe it's things I think about subconsciously. I don't really know, but it comes to me, and I go, okay, this is what we're coming up with. Okay, I guess we'll roll with this. Sometimes I'll go in and I'll go, this is what I want to write about, and I'll specifically have that in mind. But the easiest stuff is the stuff that just flows and comes to my head, and I don't question it, and I just go for it. So honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just kind of comes to you. You don't have any like special kind of things that you do, you know, like you sit and you ponder, or
jump up and down.
No, I don't think you jump up and down.
I don't know, you're jumping, and then it's just, oh my God, I figured it out.
I'm always amazed at how, you know, when entertainers like yourself say, you know, you make it look so easy that it just kind of comes to you. And I think that's really cool. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
What song that you have performed or written or sung, it's the same thing, but what song that you've done do you connect to the most?
Are you tongue-tied today?
No, I just haven't had any water.
Yeah, I would say it's my song Band Back Together Again, that I performed it live for the first time at the Triad Theater in New York City, and it was for a benefit cabaret that we did. And I had all my friends there, and we were all doing this together, and it was the first time I'd seen them in like months. So it was kind of symbolic, and I didn't even think of it at the time when I chose the song, and it all kind of came together. And when I performed it that night, it was so in the moment, like, oh yeah, the band is back together again, and it kind of just flowed together. And that was one of my favorite performances of all time because I was so connected to it.
Nice.
That sounds nice.
It does.
Yeah. It was really cool.
What do you hope people will take away from your music?
And this is going to sound weird. I hope people take away what they need from it, in the sense of it's art, and people interpret art in all kinds of different ways. So I hope the message that they need to come across to be like, oh yeah, I've been through that, or I can relate to that, or I like it, you know, whatever the song is, that it means something for them. And that's what I would say. So I hope you.
That's an awesome answer. That's very unique. No one's ever really said that before.
Not to my knowledge. No.
All right.
Yeah. So see, there you go. You have gotten on the uniqueness scale, because I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
like whatever they need to take from it.
Whatever they need to take from it, they take from it, and it's good.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my mom says I'm one of a kind. All right.
Nicole, I have the same feeling sometime about Gabe.
Hey, I'm still right here. Right.
I'll get together sometime and hang out.
Absolutely. Once this whole quarantine and the coronavirus is over, count us in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Okay. Vic, as a dancer, what style do you find yourself gravitating towards the most?
Okay, so I'm gonna say two here. Tap, just because it's fun, and but jazz especially. I think I'm the best at it, and I like all the different ways you can interpret it, different styles of music, but use the same kind of choreography, but in different ways. Yeah, I just like how versatile it is.
That's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. What style would you like to perform that you haven't mastered yet?
I've performed this one, but I haven't mastered it, is hip hop. I would just like to really get that down.
That's cool. I don't think I can't really dance, so
No, I can't either.
So hats off to you.
Good for you.
All right, thank you.
Right. So you're also an actor, so both on the stage and off. Is it hard for you to switch back and forth between being on camera and on the stage?
I would say now it isn't. It was for a really long time. There was a while there where I was like, this just isn't making sense to me. I went to class after class after class, and I picked up little information after little information. And sometimes I dropped that and I have to be reminded of it. And it was like a mess. I'm not going to lie. But finally, it just clicked one day. And you know, from going to the stage to the film, I think is harder because it's going from this big performance mode to this deep, raw, emotional place where it's more real and boxed in, and it's smaller, and I just had to find that. And finally, like I said, when it clicks. And my advice on finding that is just take the classes, really retain it, write it down, practice, really try it yourself until you really get it, because it's going to click if you have that ability.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's good advice to leave it on until the commercial break is over.
Oh, yeah, that's great advice to leave it for commercial break.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll be right back, people.
We'll be right back. Nick, would you and your mom stay with us to talk some more after commercial break?
Oh, yeah. You got it.
Right. Okay. Awesome. Well, guys, we're going to hear from a word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back.
The show.
Welcome back, guys.
Hi.
And, woo! And if you all have not downloaded the Anchor.fm app,
do it.
Do so today and start making your own podcast.
All right, guys. Welcome back to the show.
All right. Here we are.
All right. So, okay. My first question, Nick, is as an actor, what is the one character that you've been able to relate to the most?
Actually, I would have to say that the character I've been able to relate to the most has also been the character I've been able to relate to the least at the same time.
Oh,
interesting.
So, there's this character that I was doing very recently. We were in production for a new series called Camelot Farms, Inc., and I played this character named Mickey, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say any plot points. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the character. I relate to him in the sense of he's well known. Like he's kind of a celebrity. People know who he is, and he dresses nice, and and
your mom's laughing.
But he also he has a big like personality in the sense like I do, bigger than life, and he's got a smart little quips that he puts in there here and there. But I would say I relate to him the least at the same time because he's a narcissist and misogynistic. So, that's what I would say. It's interesting, the character for me. And it's fun to play like the villain role because like that's not me at all. And it's kind of fun to just have that moment and then be like, okay, no.
That's not you.
Yeah.
Left it all.
That would be kind of cool to play like a bad boy or bad girl type if that's not your personality.
Yeah.
What do you
think? I think that'd be fun. Because I like to play all types of different roles.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So here comes the fun round of questions.
All right.
Okay. You have to pick a decade to travel back in time to. Which would it be?
80s. 100%.
Right.
Yes.
Why?
The 80s rock.
Okay.
Right. Now why?
The movies, the television, the music, everything about it, the culture. It's just nothing like it in the whole world ever in history.
I agree. Nicole, what about you? What decade would you travel back to?
I'm an 80s chick.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Maybe that's why it's rubbed off on him because a lot of my music choices and, you know, what I listen to and movies and things, and he loves it. So it works.
See, Gabe looks at me like I'm insane when I start talking 80s.
Yeah.
He's not an 80s kid.
I can go back to observe the Middle Ages.
The Middle Ages.
Oh, wow.
Back to the Middle Ages. Yeah.
We got to turn this interview around and ask them these questions.
Yeah.
I don't know. Middle Ages.
Oh, I didn't know we were talking in those terms, because if we were talking in those terms, the other one would be like Revolutionary War times, like the beginning of the country. If we were talking like historic, like that. That would be,
just go back and see history unfold. That would be kind of cool.
Okay, so is this like a new Bill and Ted's thing going on here?
All right, we'll do the revision.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What's the funniest thing that has happened to you guys?
The funny happened to us guys.
Yeah, you too.
Well, to you and to your mom.
Yeah.
Both of us. That's weird.
Well, maybe not
I
at
can
the
give you
same
an
time.
example of something that happened to me. In the
Yeah.
meantime.
Yeah.
Something that happened to me is I took a Zoom class, like we all are nowadays. And there's a little thing on Zoom where called trolls, where people hack. And
Right.
this guy comes in one time when we're about to start the class, and all you see is the icon, and his name is Schmep. You already know this is gonna be bad. So we're like, oh wait, is this you so and so? The teacher asked, so they changed their name to that, of course, to blend in.
Oh no.
And then the teacher's talking, and everybody's like introducing themselves, and all of a sudden you start hearing, "Shut up, loser! Nobody asked you." Who cares? And it's like, where is this coming from? We're all laughing, we're all looking around, you can see it, and nobody's saying anything. So we're like, okay, we'll pay this person no mind. And then Madagascar 3 starts playing here. The circus. This is it. This is it. So then what happens at this point is we're trying to kick him out, and we can't.
Right.
Oh no.
So he stayed the whole class doing this.
Oh my god.
And then we were doing like a weekly class. It took us like 2 more classes to figure out how to ban this guy from coming back. He kept coming back. I don't know what it was about songwriting intensive that Schmep liked, but he found something in it.
Oh wow.
Well,
we wrote a song about it because of the songwriting class, which we wrote on YouTube, which it's called the Schmep song. If you look it up on YouTube, I highly recommend you do that.
Oh my god.
Okay,
we have to do that. The Schmep song.
The Schmep
Okay.
song. Okay.
We totally will do that.
All right.
What about you, Nicole? What's the funniest thing that's happened to you lately?
I laugh all the time. I like live to laugh. I find humor in everything.
Me too.
I don't even know, like so many different things, right?
Uh-huh.
So many different
I'm trying to think.
stories. I don't know
For you?
about lately. Can you think of anything?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wait.
What?
I think I know.
What?
Do you remember that episode of House Hunters that we were laughing at where the guy was like controlling her, giving her the one little closet in the house? Remember? Tell them about it.
No.
Tell them
They
about
want to
it.
hear about our HGTV.
It's funny. It's a funny story. Come on. I told the last one.
It's all right.
All right.
It's okay. You could go on. Honestly,
Okay.
we just laugh at a lot of things, like a lot of stuff, like we do. So.
And I don't know if it would top the Schmep song. I don't know.
Yeah,
That was amazing.
You have to ask me first. You can't. I can't follow him.
Nick, if you could write the perfect character for yourself, what would it be and why?
Probably. I mean, it would be some version of me. It would just be me with like a different name. Because I don't know if anybody would be able to play me like me, or if I'd be able to play any other role like I'd be able to play myself.
Right.
Like if I could do all the singing and the dancing like my character did that would be my ideal character for me. That's why. Because of all the piano playing, guitar playing, the writing, that would all be perfect for me.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I just love I love the dynamics between the two of you guys. When you said that and your mom's laugh, I was over here in tears a second ago. That was just so funny.
Still on the Schmep song.
I know, yeah. I have to go hear the Schmep song.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the video of the Schmep song.
Oh my god, that's gonna be the highlight of our afternoon.
Yeah.
Life with Nick. I'm going to write the book one day because seriously, like Halloween, he dressed up. I'm sorry, there's like an ad lib. So
Okay, go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
He's like, I want to be the Phantom of the Opera, right? So we go, but he needs a real, like, he has this costume in mind. It's not something you buy on the internet. You know, like, they don't sell this stuff on the internet.
$3,000 tuxedo.
I'm like, we have like a budget here, so but we went all over tuxedo shop for the white satin vest, you know, like everything was, put together, like
right.
find a cape, like the whole thing. So he on Halloween goes up to the.
Wait, I go up to the doors, and they ring the doorbell, and they come out, and I look at them all like serious, like the Phantom is, like sticking my hand out. I'm like, I want your candy. And they're like, one guy was just like, a lot of them just looked at me. I was surprised. This one guy was just like,
you
it was like
the most.
Good,
no, you had a good reception from everybody.
Yes, no, but I'm saying one guy was just like it was like the most normal thing he'd seen. I was like, this is not normal at all. Here you go. Like he was just tired of trick or treaters.
He comes down and he goes, oh, he's in a bad mood or something.
Oh my God.
He went up to each door, like I can't.
People were laughing and people were
like,
telling, Grandma, come here, come to the door, you got to see this.
He's like, I'm the Phantom of the Opera.
I am the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like this is how these people are opening the doors. It's an experience.
Okay, the book is going to be a bestseller.
Yeah.
I can't. It's just so many things. It's fun.
If you could take 5 things to a desert island, what would they be?
Oh, this is a good one for both of you guys.
All
Okay.
right. Oh.
Are we together or are we separate?
Separate.
What if she's one of them?
I mean, if that's one that you would like to take on your desert island, that's perfect.
Yeah, I'm taking the dog instead, not you.
That would end very badly.
True.
Oh, okay. I feel like I would definitely the essentials: food, water, clothes. So there's 3. I would say like a computer, but like if there was like if it was like Wi-Fi built in or something like that. I could, have an outlet to the outside world. And yeah, my mom.
Okay. Those are good ones. Those are good.
Yeah.
What about you, Nicole?
Wow.
Sorry, I took the practical approach. Kind of boring, but
5 things. I mean, music, a piano. I guess a piano because I'd want to be entertained. Oh wait, you're with me, right?
No, they said you're on island.
By myself. Then I'll take you. And the dog, and I guess a guitar.
Sounds good. Okay.
Sounds good.
And food. We have to eat. Right?
I'm not coming to her island. I'm gonna die of a drought.
Nicole, you're on your island all alone.
Yeah.
No water, no clothes. Weird island.
Yeah, it's a bad island.
Yeah.
Like, a boat so you can leave.
You can take either a boat or a plane so you guys can leave.
Yeah.
Like that show. Remember that?
Oh, you know what? I was thinking that, but then I was like, I don't want to be the guy who's like, oh, I'll take a boat and then I could leave. I didn't want to be that guy.
Well, no, see, think you could put all the other things
On
in
it,
your
and it's
boat.
still one island.
A yacht. Well, we're at it.
I'm gonna think about this question.
Yep.
Playing a yacht.
If you had the power to shrink any object and carry it in your pocket, what would it be?
I would say my piano, because those aren't easily transportable. Yeah, that's what it would be. Cause...
What movie would be greatly improved if it was made into a musical?
I'm gonna take a second on this one. A lot of movies could be improved.
For musical theater people,
yes.
We like it.
You know what? I thought it was a good movie. I actually thought it was a great movie. I loved it. But I would say I actually left the theater thinking this would be great as a musical. I saw Knives Out. Did you guys see that movie?
No, we haven't seen that. It's on Amazon Prime. The little commercial keeps popping up, so we have to watch it.
And I think it would be really cool as a musical, like a murder mystery musical.
Huh.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
You should write it.
There you go. You should write
it.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, but you think, we should put that on your list of things to do. There you go.
Yep. Another thing for the
list.
What advice would you give to people out there who want to get into the business?
What advice would I give to people? I want people don't go into this business for the intention of the reason you want to go into this business is, I want to be famous. That's not what I would think it would be. Is like, that's the only thing that you want, is like, I want to be fame and popular and the money. That's not what does it. I want people to do this because it makes them happy and it's what they really want. It's what they thrive for. That's what they survive on.
That's a good answer.
Yes.
Nicole, I kind of the same question. I know we touched on it a little earlier, but what advice would you give to parents who are just starting out with their kids and, like Nick, they see that this is their path. They see that this is what they want to do.
Have a plan. Like, again, I would go back to community theater and local things and get them some lessons. And I wouldn't just dive head first. I would see how vested your kids are and how it's a lot of work.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We don't feel like it's work. I have a musical background. I don't want to get into that, I'm saying, but like, I had a band when I was in college and I was in music college, and I took voice lessons for years. So like, I've been able to, and still, like, performance coach Nick and stuff. So it happens to be a great interest of mine. Like, I'm very interested in this, and I have some knowledge and some background. Would you say?
Yeah.
But I would say make sure your kids are, like, start small and see if they're really, really vested in this. And that's what we did. Like, we went to community theater. We did, like, he played sports before that, and he was good at it. But it was never like when he did that first play, that Willy Wonka, like, I knew, he knew, like, like, you just know, like, that.
Right.
What, so for me, it's supporting the dream. I was happy I wasn't freezing on the football field anymore. I'll get like, I'm not the biggest, sports fan.
As I lost my baby teeth because the ball was getting hit in my face. True story.
Oh,
ouch. But, I would just, we built on it. It's a journey is basically like what I would start with. And don't waste your time and money, doing stuff. So see how that goes and branch out from there. And
that's great advice.
That's right.
Go in, then, keep doing it.
Absolutely.
I think the final question is, what can we expect next from you, Nick?
That's a loaded question.
Next from me. That is, because
you don't know with Corona.
Yeah,
right?
with Corona,
that's
weird because I don't know when things exactly are happening. I could say my music is a definite because I can do that from here. And
well, you wrote
I wrote a lot of songs and in production right now currently. I don't have exact dates because we don't really know anything right now.
Right.
That series I was talking about, I don't know when that's going to start up again. And then I have some other things that are really, they're like neophytes right now. So I really don't know when those are even going to start up yet. But I'm looking forward to those too.
That's good. I mean, you have some things in the works.
Yeah.
It's literally like Nick's a hurricane.
No. Well, living in Texas, we know a lot about hurricanes. So see, there we go.
Yep.
Oh, your dog wants to say hi.
Yeah, apparently she does.
What kind of dog do you guys have?
We have a Maltese.
We have a little poodle.
We have a toy poodle named Charlie who puts in a special appearance every now and then, so we understand.
Yeah.
Charlie. Everybody has cool names, like regular names for their dogs. I love it.
We named her Buttercup, and no one calls her that. Not since she was like 2 months. We're 2 months in, so everybody just calls her Baby Girl. And then we got lazy, Baby G. And then my grandmother didn't like that, so now it's just G.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Charles sometimes when he's naughty, or I call him Prince Charles when he's being very special.
I mean, I always call him Charles.
Yeah, he calls him Charles and Charlie. He's just all kind of names down here too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's something special about the little ones. I love, we love her. Like, she's like my daughter.
Oh yeah.
Definitely a dog person.
Yeah. The little ones, they become more human than not because they take on the personality.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
they're
hear
honest. Yeah.
I hear it
Oh,
totally.
Nick, before we go, can you perform something for us?
Yes, I can. That would be awesome.
Right. We would love to hear something.
Yeah. I am going to do the song I mentioned earlier, "Band Back Together Again," which is a song of mine that I wrote. Yeah, and here it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell me if you can hear her.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear it.
All right. Everybody, let's have some fun. We're gonna party from 8 to 1. 'Cause we get the band back together again. Everybody, let's rock and roll. Lose yourself in your control. 'Cause we get the band back together again. Well, we knew that this moment would come at last. We're gonna rock the house again. Everybody bring your friends, we're gonna do it till the end. 'Cause we'll get the band back together again. Got a million copies sold, but not a cent for the gold. 'Cause we got so much more music to send. That's right. 'Cause we're getting that band back together again. Well, we knew that this moment would come at last. We're gonna rock the house again. Yes. So we're gonna start tonight, rocking out with fun. Make it drop to play the bass, let's get everything in place. And it all with the best team. Playing now we're gonna make it unstoppable. And we lose no one at all. Hey, rock and roll! So we're gonna start tonight, rocking out with fun. Make it drop and play the bass, let's get everything in place. And it all with the best team. Playing loud with our friends. Gonna make it unstoppable. And we lose to no one at all. Yes, we lose to no one at all.
Woo!
Wow, that was good.
That
was
was
Thank you.
awesome.
Wow.
Thank you.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I'm like super impressed. I was a piano player until I heard you play, and yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Wow, thank you.
That was we thank you
Yeah,
so
well,
much for
thank
coming
you
on
for
the
coming
show.
on the
Thank you
show.
so much, Nicole, for joining us as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
When you do some more, work on your new music,
We would love to have you back.
We'd love to have you back.
Would love to be back.
Right.
Love to be back.
And Buttercup, aka G2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I can tell you one of the funniest things. I forgot. Me and my friend, when we were upstate with filming that show, we ran over a chicken.
Oh no.
Just accidentally.
Oh, no.
But it was one of the funny. I can't believe I even forgot that. But yeah, so.
Oh, that poor
That
chicken.
poor chicken.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it was terrible. It was like traumatizing and hysterically funny all at the same time.
Well, that's an interesting note to leave it off on.
That is
Yep.
to leave it off.
Okay.
We cannot wait to have you guys come back. We have enjoyed this tremendously.
Right.
Us too. Thank
So
you
much
so much.
fun.
Thank you for being on.
Thank you so much for coming on. And
that's it.
That's it. We're out, guys.
All right.
Later.
Right.
Bye.
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 What did you guys think of the show? We enjoyed having Nick and his mom Nicole join us. Follow him on IG for more music, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.